Hey everyone, this is Maggie, and today we're gonna break down and explain Godzilla vs. Kong ending and Hollow Earth. Since we will be talking about this movie in depth, beware big spoilers flying your way. Before the world discovered the existence of monsters, a senior official from Monarch, William Randa, postulated the theory of the Hollow Earth. While he and Dr. Houston Brooks are credited with confirming the theory in the Monsterverse, particularly in the film Kong Skull Island, the idea of the Hollow Earth began centuries ago in real life. English scientist Edmund Halley put forth the idea towards the end of the 17th century, and although it was disproven shortly afterward, the concept gained a foothold in science fiction and fantasy. Notably, stories like Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth made great strides in expanding one's imagination of what the planet's interior would look like if the Hollow Earth truly existed. The Monsterverse has its own version in Godzilla vs. Kong.
I thought, could a catacomb be so deep that it could stretch to the center of the Earth? And what if one was to undertake such a journey?
As proposed by Monarch, the Hollow Earth is an open world deep within the Earth that is connected by a series of tunnels or caverns that allow Titans to travel around the world at incredible speed. In Godzilla vs. Kong, Dr. Nathan Lind says they traveled approximately 1,000 miles in just 2 seconds. It's believed that the Hollow Earth is where the Titans originate, hence why so many monsters are alive down there that aren't on the surface, like the Nozuki and Warbat species. And based on the throne Kong sits upon, his axe, and the Godzilla-shaped skeleton in the ground, seemingly consisting of other axes with dorsal spikes, it seems Kong's ancestors were the rulers of the Hollow Earth. When Randa and their US military escort arrived on Skull Island in 1973, their charges confirmed their suspicion of the Hollow Earth. Then a submarine in Godzilla King of the Monster took Dr. Serizawa and several other people through one of the tunnels to an ancient underwater city, which is believed to have been Godzilla's home. Godzilla vs. Kong takes things further by having Monarch travel through the entry point in Antarctica into the actual Hollow Earth world. Not only is it Kong's home, but it's also a place that's survivable for humans as well. First hinted at its credits for Kong Skull Island, Godzilla and Kong were born enemies. Their ancestors fought an ancient war thousands of years before the events of the Monsterverse films. According to what's shown in the Hollow Earth, the fact that Kong wields an axe made of one of Godzilla's dorsal spikes, and that there was a Godzilla-like shape in the throne room. It seems Kong's ancestors won their ancient war. That's perhaps why Godzilla's home was Underwater City, and not the Hollow Earth, and why he already existed on the surface. Furthermore, the throne Kong sits on is one his ancestors must have sat upon as well, reigniting over the Monster Kingdom. It is in that room that Kong finds his axe, one that is powered by an old dorsal plate from Godzilla's ancestors, and the axe's hilt is also from a bone of another enemy, though it's unclear which one. By placing the axe, particularly the dorsal spike, in line with the Godzilla shape in the ground, the axe is powered by the radiation from the planet's core. Axe-filled skeleton charges up its atomic breath in the same way Godzilla does. Godzilla's species feeds on radiation as a food source. According to Dr. Graham in 2014's Godzilla, it's why Godzilla and other monsters retreated to the ocean's depths as the Earth's radiation subsided on the surface.
Millions of years older than mankind, from an age when the Earth was 10 times more radioactive than it is today. This animal, and others like it, consumed this radiation as a food source.
Interestingly, there's two aspects to Kong's axe, one of which helps save both Kong and Godzilla at the end of Godzilla vs. Kong. Not only can the axe block Godzilla's atomic breath, but it can absorb the power from it as well, thus allowing Kong to deliver an explosive atomic breath explosion upon impact. Kong used it to disorient Godzilla in their Hong Kong battle, and Godzilla later specifically powers the axe so Kong can defeat Mechagodzilla as well. While Kong has used spears before, both in Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong, it's the axe that sets him apart from other monsters, thus allowing him and his ancestors to conquer the Hollow Earth. After Maya Simmons sent up the sample signature of the energy source from the Hollow Earth, Walter Simmons and Apex quickly began to replicate it. And because Godzilla was already in Hong Kong searching for Mechagodzilla's threat, Simmons forced Serizawa to incorporate the energy source into Mechagodzilla without first testing it. While it certainly helped Apex overcome the mech's drawbacks, the integration wasn't without issue. By combining the Hollow Earth's energy source with Ghidorah's severed head, Ghidorah's consciousness awoke and electrocuted Serizawa. Then it killed Simmons with a physical strike. That primordial energy source was the final element in reviving Ghidorah, or at least the dragon's mind to a certain extent. Although the initial test against the Skullcrawlers saw Mechagodzilla being controlled by Serizawa, in the final battle against Godzilla and Kong, Mechagodzilla was really Ghidorah the whole time, thus giving audiences a King of the Monsters rematch with Godzilla's power. Godzilla and Kong's first fight in the ocean was unfair to say the least. Kong was sedated and chained for the most of the journey to Antarctica, and he wasn't in his natural environment, whereas Godzilla was in his home turf. In the end, it was Monarch's decision to have Kong submit to Godzilla so that the rest of the fleet wouldn't be destroyed. They did this by turning off all of their engines so that Godzilla wouldn't feel threatened. But when Kong claimed his axe and powered it inside the Hollow Earth, Godzilla felt threatened again and attacked him using the atomic breath, breaking a hole in the earth. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notifications about our latest videos. It ultimately led to their second and final battle, but the winner wasn't explicitly clear, despite what the movie's marketing material promised. According to Dr. Lind, Kong won the second round when the Primate King used the Atomic Breath's charged axe to deliver an explosive blow against Godzilla, thus temporarily incapacitating the dinosaur. However, Godzilla regained his strength and took down Kong, with both monsters roaring at each other until Godzilla walked away without killing Kong, and then later Kong dropped the axe in a show of acceptance. Taking that scene into account as well as Godzilla roaring after Mechagodzilla's defeat, Godzilla for the first time chose not to fight another Titan. Instead, he accepted Kong as being a second alpha level Titan, perhaps partly because he was impressed by Kong's warrior spirit and partly because Kong helped him defeat Ghidorah once and for all. Godzilla vs. Kong ended with both Godzilla and Kong retreating to their homes. Godzilla went back into the ocean and presumably resumed his patrol around the world, while Kong went back into the Hollow Earth where Monarch has set up its latest research station. Given Kong regards the Hollow Earth as home now, he defeated the species and initially retaliated against him and his ending scene, it's fair to say that the Monsterverse has now made Kong the King of the Hollow Earth, thereby giving him his iconic name King Kong. Meanwhile, Godzilla is still the apex predator, the Alpha Titan of the surface world. Godzilla vs. Kong's ending has allowed both monsters to remain kings of their respective worlds without either of them infringing on the other. But that doesn't mean that they would never come to blows again. If one traveled into the other's domain, they may feel the need to defend themselves as they did in this film.
Kong is not the only king.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please make sure to give the video a like and subscribe with that bell on to get notified as soon as one of our videos comes out.